Hi, this is IRS Tax Relief Attorney Anthony Parent of Parent & Parent LLP, the IRSMedic. And in this video, I'll be talking about the 4 things you need to know about filing back taxes with the IRS. The first thing is that if you don't file your taxes, the IRS will do something that's called a substitute for return. In IRS speak, we call this an SFR. With an SFR, the IRS tries to assume the worst tax bill you can imagine. They send you notices to say, hey, file your taxes before we do it for you. You're not going to like what we charge you. Of course, if you ignored these notices about your unfiled tax returns, we totally understand, as these IRS notices are hard to understand and can get really scary unless you deal with them every day like we do. But an important thing to understand is that when you file a correct return to lower your SFR assessment, what that technically is something called an audit reconsideration. I'm not trying to scare you. No, it's not like an IRS field audit with someone all in your business. The reason I mention it is that the IRS does give a bit of extra scrutiny to the return processing. So it is important that the returns are done very carefully. When you file past due tax returns, your return processing needs supervision, either by you, if you're up for it, or a tax resolution professional. The second thing is time. Did you know that if you don't file your taxes, the IRS has forever to assess taxes against you? For example, if you don't file taxes in 1988, the IRS could file your taxes with an SFR right now. Now, if you do file your taxes, the IRS effectively only has 6 years since your filing date to assess anything additional. So what you need to know is, if you don't file your back taxes, you are leaving a potential tax bill open indefinitely. So it's important you act quickly. The third thing is time again. If you have a refund coming to you for a tax return, you only have a limited amount of time to claim that refund when you file your return. There are 2 rules at play. First is the 2-year rule. If at any time in the last 2 years you paid the IRS money, you can claim that as a refund. So let's say that the IRS levied your bank account for $1,000 last month for a tax bill you owe from 2001. If you've filed your tax return now, you know that you actually wouldn't owe money. As long as you file within this 2-year period, you could get that $1,000 back. That's pretty nice. Well, I guess if you don't mind the IRS going through your business and taking your money. However, if you wait more than 2 years to file your back taxes after a payment, the IRS will keep your refund unless the 3-year rule applies. The 3-year rule works like this. You cannot claim a refund for a tax return that was due more than 3 years ago. So right now it is June 2013. If you try to claim a refund for the tax year 2010 and you never filed an extension, guess what? If it is after April 15th, 2013, if the IRS owed you $1 million, they would keep it all. And there's not one thing you could do about it. Or I suppose there is one thing. The fourth thing you need to know about unfiled tax returns is documents. You may be wondering, well, I'd love to file all my old tax returns, but I lost all my tax documents. Well, tax attorneys like ourselves have a couple tricks we use to file old tax returns properly. First, we can request any missing tax forms like W-2s, 1099s, mortgage interest statements from the IRS. Second, if you are missing business records, there are proven legal ways to recreate documents that will be accepted by the IRS during your audit reconsideration. So hopefully you get it now. If you have unfiled returns, act quick. Don't let missing documents get in the way. All of that can be dealt with totally legal with no problems down the road. Remember, when it comes to unfiled tax returns, the IRS rules are written to favor the IRS. So do yourself the biggest favor you possibly could today and take action. If you are not sure that you can do all of this yourself and you don't fully understand the rules, hire a tax specialist who knows how. If you have been procrastinating and you can't quite make any positive action, here's one simple idea. Give my office a call at 888-477-4258 or shoot an email to info@irsmedic.com. And tell my people you watched this video on unfiled tax returns, and we'll take care of you and your worries. This is Anthony Parent of Parent & Parent LLP, the IRSMedic, and I thank you for watching.